Hello mirrors. So today I'm going to be doing a general and a love reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of September 2020. If you're new here, welcome to Law of Attractions and Mirrors Tarot, where we use the cards as a tool to help integrate the fragments of ourselves into one so we can self-actualize into the people we were born to become. With this knowledge, we can begin to manifest all of our deepest desires if we simply take responsibility for our power. If you are new here, I'd love to have you subscribe. I'd love to have you join my family. So this month, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I'm going to do the general reading and then the love reading. Timestamps will be down below, so if you're interested in one or the other, you can go quickly to the reading. But we're going to go ahead and get started, Libra. See what's going on in September for you. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and look. I'm going to flip this over, but I wanted to read the ones that are up. They face up first. We have the Three of Coins in the reverse and the Magician in the reverse. So these two cards together really tell me that you've had some kind of struggles working together with either others or with your own power, with your own self, or this is at least what you may be dealing with in September. Remember that these challenges occur for a reason so we can understand our own strength. Sometimes we are not aware of our own power until we go through those difficult situations, those situations that don't necessarily align with us right away. This is really going to help you realize that you can actually make changes to things that may seem impossible, but that is up to you ultimately. The Hierophant, yeah, you may be kind of stuck in old ways of thinking. So being that this channel is specifically about law of attraction, and the Magician is very much a law of attraction card. Of course, we have it in the reverse. If you are stuck in your old ways and believing that you don't have the ability to manifest, that you're just kind of thrown around by the external, then that is what you are going to manifest. So maybe this month might be a really big month for kind of challenging situations. If you can use those challenging situations to propel you forward and to use maybe law of attraction techniques rather than to just focus on the fact that maybe things aren't working together the way that you think, you can really go far, and you can really use this as an opportunity. But I do have clarification for each of these. The Sun in the reverse, the King of Swords in the reverse, and the Four of Cups, okay? So with the Sun in the Hierophant, this is exactly what I was thinking. So if your entire life, you've been taught that to just kind of expect the worst out of things. That's how we are taught in society, right? Even if you have great parents, even if you even have like a good support system, oftentimes society teaches us that we should just kind of expect the worst, that life is terrible, that we just don't have a lot of control. We just have to accept what we can't change. And while there is some truth to that, like, you know, we should surrender and accept the flow of life, we also should understand that we do have power as manifestors, and that power lies within our mind. With the Three of Coins, clarified by the King of Swords in the reverse, both of these are in the reverse. I often take King of Swords as like the ultimate truth card. So that being in reverse would be saying that it isn't true that you can't work together with people, with yourself, with others. So this month, I think you're really going to find that if you apply these techniques, any sort of manifestational techniques. I do personally have a video in my Pick a Card playlist that is about manifestation techniques, and it's a pick a card. So if you're interested in specific techniques, I would recommend that, but you can check out other manifestational channels. I think it's important this month for you to focus on these techniques so you can actually see in your 3D reality that things can actually align in ways that you can't think of logically and you can't force. It's by maintaining that inner feeling of strength and of knowing that everything's going to be okay and that it can work out. Like, again, it's basically like it is not true that you're bound to be at odds with everyone and everything for the rest of your life. So this is a really big lesson this month with the Magician in the reverse, clarified by the Four of Cups. To me, this is really just saying that maybe you've heard about law of attraction, or you've kind of had this feeling that there's something deeper, that there's something more, but you've kind of ignored it. You've kind of set it aside. You haven't really put focus on it. Maybe you haven't actually done any techniques or worked with law of attraction, or maybe you have a little bit, but regardless, I think that this month it will be really helpful for you to maybe focus on that. But I want to get some advice with a couple more tarot cards before going into the oracle cards, because this does kind of look like a tough reading. So I would like some advice for you guys. Sorry, usually wait for cards to pop out and they don't want to pop out today. So we have Three of Swords in the reverse, Four of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so there is definitely some trauma with the Hierophant here. This can do with just some kind of association that you have. I mean, with the Sun here as well, there's some association you've had a long time with negativity, with difficult things in life, okay? We have Three of Swords and Three of Coins, which is really interesting, both in the reverse. And then we have Four of Cups, Four of Cups. So there may be some shadow work that you want to do, because coupled with the Four of Cups in the reverse, again, we have you being at the Four of Cups and the advice being getting out of Four of Cups energy. Four of Cups energy is very apathetic. It's ignoring reality. It's ignoring the circumstances. So these two cards together, I would definitely take as needing to do some shadow work this month. This could be as simple as journaling. It could be meditation. It could be parts work, which I would recommend looking into. It could be asking yourself questions, going through memories. There's a lot of different ways that you can do shadow work. I'm going to get a healing card to see what it specifically you can be focused on. So we have Wild. So it really feels like maybe for a while you have not really let yourself be true to who you really are. With the Hierophant being such a stoic, very tied down, very structured, very classic energy. And the Wild card is the exact opposite of that. You're really yearning for freedom this month. And this is how you can heal your trauma, by being more flowy, by doing something that you've never done before. You know, one of the best things that we can do to break out of our energy is to go in a completely different direction, do something that maybe we've never thought of, maybe take a lesson like an archery lesson, or paint a picture if you've never painted before, or go do karaoke. You know, obviously the options are endless for every person, but this kind of energy will really break you out of that mold. It seems like you're very stuck in some sort of mold that September is going to help you break out of if you use these energies to your advantage. Okay, we have health and healing. Okay. Yeah, so this is going to lead to healing if you allow it. I'm feeling drawn to getting you a message card. I haven't used these cards very much recently, but really feeling drawn to this right now. Love yourself as much as you want your soulmate to love you. Okay, so we are in the love portion, but I do think this is just important in general to realize, because if you can even think about how you would want somebody to love you and how you would want to be treated, and you treat yourself with that kind of love and kindness, it's going to help you heal leaps and bounds. With health and healing, this could specifically be about taking care of your body. If you like to be doted on and you like to be loved on, do it for yourself. You don't need a partner to do that, whether you're single or you're with someone. Do it for yourself. Don't wait for someone else to do it for you. If they do it for you, that's absolutely wonderful, but it shouldn't be expected, and you should take care of your needs no matter what. I think that's going to help you maintain some semblance of feeling. It seems like maybe you've kind of gotten away from your feelings for a while. Perhaps it's just been kind of painful if you've been through a lot of negativity. Story keeper, tell your story, legacy, write your wisdom. Yeah, I think for a lot of you, actually writing down some and journaling about your childhood, or about maybe an ex you haven't got over, or something that just has been a traumatic experience, or just maybe even a cycle. It can actually be part of your shadow work. We have starseed, what lights you up. So first of all, if you don't know about starseed, you might want to look into that. I'm not going to explain it here because it's kind of a complex subject, but what lights you up, I pulled that in regards to the story keeper. So this might be what you need to write down. So maybe this month you're not really so drawn to this wild card. It seems like there's a lot going on. So you might not be up to starting a bunch of new challenges or doing something that is out of the ordinary, but maybe you can at least start to brainstorm. So maybe for October, in September for October, you can make a list of a few things you want to try out, and this can really help you heal. The big message out of the entire reading is breaking the mold, breaking out of your preconceived notions of yourself, so you can expand and you can grow and you can get closer to your true self. So I'm going to start the love reading portion, and it will build on this, I believe, at least. So let's go ahead and start on that. Okay, Libra, I'm really feeling drawn to pulling a couple of these cards on where your focus for love should be this month. This should be true for whether you're single, in a relationship, in a situationship. I was going to pull that, but I'm really feeling drawn to doing two, so here we go. Take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever, and the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. So all these cards are about love. The deck is literally called Whispers of Love. But I see that these two things together are really telling you that love is real. So perhaps you're a little bit jaded when it comes to love. Maybe your relationship needs that little spark, or maybe you're really scared to be in a relationship or to even start going towards a romantic partner because you've had so much heartbreak in the past that it kind of feels like you don't think that it's realistic. But take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. So when I do love readings, I always like to, I don't want to say always, but I often like to point out that it is so important to view love from all angles, to view love in many aspects. You can love children, you can love the planet, you can love your community, you can love animals, you can love yourself. This isn't always about romantic partners. So take a chance on starting to love others, starting to open up your heart, because Four of Cups is often, cups are romantic. So we had Four of Cups upright and we had it in reverse. This is really saying the universe wants you to start feeling again, wants you to start connecting to those emotions, wants you to start feeling the good and the bad, because when you can feel the trauma, the hurt from the past, that's when you can break it down, when you can integrate it into your being, and then you can move forward with much more power, much more true hopefulness, okay? Then the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. This is a multiverse universe. I even think that's what this picture is kind of giving me, that these vibes for some reason. I'm really getting these vibes of connection and of understanding that we do have the ability to manifest, or rather to inhabit reality where we are. Love is around us, love surrounds us. So if this can be your concept when focusing on an issue, whether this is in a relationship or not, this is going to help you be in connection with either your current partner or future partner. So anytime you have something difficult, try to keep this mindset. The only real thing is love. There are solutions to this that are where everybody wins. That doesn't mean we let people step on us at all, because it's more about getting in that mindset where you know there will be a possible solution to your problems. Because if you think there's not a solution, it means that you aren't trusting in your ability to manifest. So clarifying this, we have Kundalini rising. So if you want to research Kundalini, this is also a complex subject, but I do want to focus on what it says, and ignite your passion for life, which really, again, seems similar to the first part of the reading. So your passion is where your love lies. It's where like your truth lies, why you're here, your purpose. And oftentimes we can get apathetic because we're not actually passionate for life. So this, again, I feel like a lot of you guys may actually be single. You may actually not be currently, in a relationship. I'm really getting that a lot of you are holding back because you're just not passionate. You're just apathetic, and you're really kind of hurting, holding back from trauma. Because then we have Dark Night of the Soul, which is really interesting because we have 11 and then 22. So I felt drawn to pulling this over here. Dark Night of the Soul, life brings new meaning. You're really looking for meaning. I know that this is the love portion, but the universe really wants to bring in a lot of information about how you're currently going through an extremely tough time, Libra, and how the reason you're going through this is so you can find that love, is so you can find yourself and your passion for life and your meaning for life. So let's see what else. Also, if you want to look into Dark Night of the Soul, this is a time that precedes a deep spiritual awakening. And it may be something you're going through. They say there's controversy on if we go through one or many. I personally believe we go through many, having gone through many intense dark nights of the soul. So this is just to end up helping you awaken to your power, to both readings seem very difficult, guys. But understand that things are difficult because you are out of alignment with your soul's purpose and your soul's calling, and it's going to make it very difficult to come together with somebody. Because look right here, I kind of feel like it's two people that are separated by these roots of trauma that come from childhood. This could even be like twin flame energy, like you're calling in a twin flame, but you need to heal this trauma before you can truly connect with your person or find someone. This card is I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. So really, whatever has occurred from childhood that's holding you back, September is going to be a big month for healing these wounds if you allow it to happen. And that will call in a soulmate. It will call in somebody. Remember, we got from the first part of the reading, love yourself like you want your soulmate to do. And I think that's really important to remember. Let's see, we have 9 of Wands. And the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. So a lot of times, Nine of Wands, I really take as a guarded energy. It's holding oneself back spiritually. And the reason why, if you think about Nine of Wands, it proceeds to Ten of Wands, which is this feeling of overwhelm. So whether this is consciously or unconsciously, a lot of you might be not moving forward in a relationship, or even wanting to seek one out. Again, whether you're manifesting this consciously or subconsciously, it might be because you're guarded because of all this trauma. When we have trauma from the past, we don't want to get close to anyone. We don't want to, I mean, we may feel like we do, but when push comes to shove, we guard ourselves with our energy, because in a law of attraction universe, if you were truly open, that connection would be there. And you know, that's something that we have to come to terms with. Sometimes we have these blocks around our heart that we don't even realize until we start to break down the trauma and we start to be real with ourselves. With Six of Pentacles in the reverse, this is actually really giving me twin flame vibes. And if you vibe with that, if you don't, you know, that's okay. It's just something that I think might be true for many of you, which may be why you're going through such a difficult time. Because we have the two energies here that are separated. And then Six of Pentacles is often a power dynamic that is uneven, like a dominance and submission, or you're giving more and somebody's taking more from you. There's no equality there. With the Six of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like if you can move through these stages, you can actually become aligned with your partner, because it seems like this is saying you're going through a dark night of the soul, or you've gone through one and you're ready for the spiritual awakening. Your heart is guarded because of trauma from the past, but if you move to this next energy of I'm sorry, righting the past wrongs, uprooting the trauma, then you're going to be more aligned with your partner. Again, whether you're with someone in a situationship, if you're waiting for a soulmate, twin flame, whatever it is, your healing is the most important thing. And then we have the rising, the igniting your passion for life. And oftentimes passion does have to do with romance. It does have to do with just being completely engulfed in someone else, which you can't do really until you take care of yourself. So I know it's been a little bit tough, Libra. If you would like to know some more information on a deeper level, check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. So that can give you a fuller idea of what is going on this month. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to hear if this resonated with you. And also tap the notification bell so you can be notified when I post new videos. If you're interested in a private reading, that information is down in the description box. But that is it, guys. I love you.